What's good, peeps? Thanks always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so Josh Taylor was victorious Saturday night O2 Arena in beating Regis Prograis, winning the World Boxing Super Series final. With that, defended his IBF, added the WBA, I think it was, and the WBC Diamond Belt. Strange. A keen observer, or it looks like a keen observer of the fight, was Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis has tweeted in the aftermath of that victory that he would like to fight Josh Taylor. He would like to move up to 140 pounds and fight Josh Taylor. He was pressed as to what that meant on Twitter by a few people. Like, obviously, he's only moving up to 135 pounds now to fight Gamboa in a month's time. And he said he would like to fight Josh Taylor after this fight against Gamboa. So not have a run at 135 pounds, not try and win a belt 135 pounds, but fight Josh Taylor immediately after Gamboa. Josh Taylor's obviously got wind of this, obviously. And I think kind of replied back saying, funny joke, like ha ha ha, in Scottish humour, right? And Gervonta Davis is obviously taking it to heart, saying, look, I won't just fight you, I would stop you in 7 or 8 rounds. Josh Taylor's then responded. You can check all this out on their social media. Josh Taylor's then responded saying, okay, stop it. Like, I am the hype killer, pretty much. And I guess in reference to the hype that surrounded Prograis as well and other fighters that he's fought, even Ahara Davis back in the day, right? A lot of hype. And then Gervonta Davis has kind of ended it by saying, I'm going to speak to Al straight away. And I think Josh Taylor's ended it by saying, please do, pretty much. Like, go ahead, speak to Al. Yeah, obviously I'm paraphrasing it. Go and check it out on their Twitter pages. I love it. I love it. It's come from absolutely nowhere, right? Let's be honest. I mean, nowhere whatsoever. Just because Gervonta Davis was at 130 pounds 4 or 5 months ago, right? So it was almost like you couldn't even picture that. But I think it's fantastic. I mean, I would love, now it's weird because you don't think of certain fights until the fighters kind of hype it. And now I'd love to see that fight. I'd love to see Gervonta Davis jump up to 140 pounds, right? I mean, he's very small, but he's very stout and stocky, and fight Josh Taylor. Who wouldn't now? I would. And I guess if you're Josh Taylor, again, this is all probably not going to happen, if I'm honest with you. I mean, Twitter beefs happens fucking more than fights nowadays. But, I mean, if you're Josh Taylor, one thing you do need is options. Gervonta Davis will always have options, right? I mean, a lot of people want to fight Gervonta Davis in America. Josh Taylor, though, doesn't seem to have many options. Not many options that pay a lot of money anyway, let's be honest. Who are his options? Ramirez, possibly, unification. That's a fight that Barry McGuigan has spoken about. And over here in the UK, they're talking about Lewis Ritson, just because it could be a stadium fight. Not because it means anything, but just because it could be a stadium fight. That's it. There aren't that many options. I mean, look, there'll be mandatories, right? I mean, he's gone from being the hunter to the hunted. He's now a double world champion, so people will call him out. But there aren't that many options that pay big money. There aren't. Ritson doesn't pay big money. I mean, don't try and put that one on box office. And I don't know if Ramirez does either. I don't know. I mean, it's a good fight, fantastic fight, right? Undisputed fight. But I don't think they pay anything like a potential Gervonta Davis matchup. They don't. So, look, do I think the fight's going to happen anytime soon? No. I think Gervonta Davis will stay at 135 and try and have a little run there. But I think it's good to have an option or someone calling you out like a Gervonta Davis. I think it's very, very good. Gervonta Davis has been to the UK before. Remember, he came over here, 2 years ago to beat up Liam Walsh. Was it at the Copper Box? I think it might have been at the Copper Box, but he's been over here before. So he's not afraid of coming over to the UK. So I think it's good, and I like it. Didn't expect it, didn't see this coming. But again, if you're Josh Taylor, what are the options? I was even talking about the possibility of him jumping to 147 pounds just because I thought 140 was quite thin. If the fight were to happen, I mean, who do you favour? Is it a clear Josh Taylor? Is it? I'm not sure. I mean, I know Gervonta Davis is coming up from 130, but there are some fighters where you think they are a bit special, right? They've got a little something. And I guess Josh Taylor's that. Gervonta Davis is also that. I don't know. I feel like Gervonta Davis is kind of built in the Prograis kind of frame. Maybe just a bit shorter. So, I don't know. I just find it interesting. And I like when fighters have more options. And I think Josh Taylor needs those options. Gervonta Davis, not so. Let's, before we go, I was going to make a whole video about this, but there's no point really. let's quickly talk about Josh Taylor and where you guys think he is as a pound for pounder. I tweeted the other day saying, is Josh Taylor a top 15 pound for pound? Not top 10. A lot of people responded with yes, and more people responded saying they think he's top 10. Now, I have to be honest with you, I don't think he's top 10. I actually even think, in doing a bit of research, that I think top 15 will be a squeeze. I really do think top 15. Top 20 is not a given, people. But I think top 10 was wishful thinking. I think we got excited in the aftermath of the fight. We think, double world champion, world boxing super series champion. There's a lot of guys out there that are 2-weight world champions, double world champions, triple world champions that are not in the top 10 or top 15. You look at the top 10, and I think I was going based on Ring Magazine's rankings. And who does he take out of that? Loma, Crawford, Canelo, Usyk, Inoue, Spence. My memory's bad on this one. Estrada, I think, was there. Pacquiao, Bertibiev. Can't remember who else was there. But I mean, you're not taking any of those. I will say this though, because Bertibiev has only recently been put into the top 10 based on that win against Vosdic. I mean, Bertibiev's resume isn't, it's not fucking exciting. I mean, I don't know if he's in there based on that performance, but it's not great. I mean, I could literally hold up Bertibiev and Josh Taylor's resumes and think pretty much the same. There's not much difference between there. So I guess you could make an argument if Bertibiev has got in there, who I don't think should be in there, by the way, then Josh Taylor could be in there. That's the argument. But again, there are some good fighters out there that are not in there. I mean, even if you look at the UK scene, I mean, is Josh Taylor's resume, and I don't know what is pound for pound anymore, by the way, but I'm just going on resume in your recent fights. But is Josh Taylor's resume that much better than Josh Warrington's, who won the IBF from Lee Selby, defended it against Carl Frampton, 2 fights that he was underdog in, 2 fights underdog, and then Kid Galahad, where it was pretty much a 50-50 fight, and obviously this little performance against Takush. I mean, those 3 fights there, Selby, Frampton, and Galahad, I mean, could you not put them, or would you not put them as the same as, Prograis, Baranchik, who not many people knew about, to be honest with you, and a Victor Postal, maybe a Ryan Martin as well. I know people are going to say, oh, Selby was weight drained, Frampton's past it. No one was saying that in the lead up to those fights. People were saying Selby's going to beat him, and people were saying Frampton's going to beat him. So, I mean, it's not easy to get into the top 10. I can't remember, by the way, who is the 10th person that Ring Magazine rankings. I feel like I've just missed out someone so obvious. But yeah, top 10, no. Top 15, again, very, very tough. Very, very tough. Top 20, okay. Top 20, okay. But top 10, absolutely no chance, people. Not yet. I think he has the potential to get there, right? I mean, look, even Ramirez. We're talking about a Ramirez-Josh Taylor matchup. Ramirez has just smashed Hooker. Ramirez is a double world champion in the same weight class. Ramirez CV pretty much mirrors that of Josh Taylor in terms of the last sort of 4 fights, level of opponents. He's not in there. So there's some good guys in there. So if he does fight Ramirez and does become unified or undisputed, then yeah, he's in there. Top 15, even top 10 for that will be tough. Trust me, it's not that easy anymore. What do you guys think anyway? Let me know. Peace.